We think PulseX will do 50x on the first day. The potential for massive growth is on the horizon with PulseX, as it's expected to deliver a staggering 50x return on its first day. With a transparent trading system, low fees, and a scarcity model that only grows in value, PulseX is set to be the go-to choice for traders and investors alike. While some speculate a return as high as 10,000x in the long run, our prediction is a 50x return at day one. In this video, we'll delve into the reasons why we believe PulseX will deliver such impressive return. Make sure to watch all the way through so you don't miss a single detail. Make sure to watch this video all the way through to find out why everyone thinks that it's possible. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with our latest videos. Now, let's get started. We made a video similar to this one recently in which we said that we think Pulsechain will make 200x on day one. We invite you to watch it if you haven't done so yet. So, like the previous video, for our 50x goal to be achievable, some conditions must be met. And based on a bull market expectation, we will probably get 50x. That doesn't mean that it's assessed that it could go higher, could go lower. It's just that that's where things could land based on some expectations. Now, let's go through the numbers with you, as we've analyzed them in detail. Currently, based on today's market conditions, we might be in for a rough ride. However, if we look at the bull market expectations, we might reach 50x on PulseX at the first day of launch. It's important to note that this is only a prediction and the market value could go higher or lower. So let's start with the basics. The success of DEXs is heavily dependent on the performance of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If these two cryptocurrencies don't perform well, then the entire market might go down to zero. Therefore, it's crucial to keep a close eye on them. For instance, if Ethereum reaches $10,000, it would have a market cap of $1 trillion. And if it reaches $20,000, the market cap would be $2 trillion. This huge gap shows the potential for growth in the market. One of the core infrastructure DEXs, Uniswap, is considered to be one of the pillars of the crypto market. Uniswap's 24-hour volume is around 1.3 billion, and its market cap peaked at 20 to 22 billion in the last cycle. In comparison, PancakeSwap, which is the Binance equivalent of Uniswap, does about 10% of Uniswap's volume, with $114 million. However, Pancake's market cap is only 13% of Uniswap's, which is $600 million compared to $4.7 billion. To put things into perspective, let's consider a hypothetical scenario. If you had invested in Uniswap at the peak of the last cycle, you would have seen a 70x return on your investment. However, this is a best-case scenario and might not be achievable in real life, as the real numbers might be different. On the other hand, if you invested in Pancake, you would only see a 16 to 17x return on your investment, which is still a great return, but not as impressive as Uniswap's. If you haven't figured out what PulseX has to do with it yet, don't worry, we'll get back to it. Let's analyze the situation with PancakeSwap and PulseX. PancakeSwap is valued at $600 million while we invested $970 million in PulseX during the sacrifice phase. Currently, we're down from our investment and have lost value compared to when we bought PulseX. Unfortunately, we bought PulseX during the peak of the bull market and it decreased in value along with the rest of the market. However, we should look at the strong community marketing potential of PulseX as an asset. Based on Metcalfe's law, if we can bring more people on board, it may increase in value. The 50x valuation goal may seem low, but it's important to consider the number of people involved. Hex started with only 4,000 people, which is a relatively small number. Let's be optimistic and focus on what we can do to increase the value of PulseX. The community is the asset, not just the code. Maybe people will overlook the missing volume for the potential of a strong community. So, the PulseX project raised almost $970 million, or around 1 billion MC. The value is based on the investment made by people. To evaluate it objectively in terms of crypto, one must put aside emotions and dreams and look at the numbers dispassionately. Currently, the value of the project has decreased by 90% from its peak, meaning that the investment of $1 billion is now worth only $100 million. However, the assumption is that with a strong first-cycle marketing and community onboarding effort, many people can be brought on board. The key insight is that the community is the asset, not the technology. For example, Hex started with about 4,000 people and grew to 120,000 people. which resulted in a 900x increase in value according to Metcalfe's law. Similarly, Shiba Inu had about 1,000 people at the start of 2021 and grew to 1.2 million people by the end of the year, demonstrating the effectiveness of Metcalfe's law in crypto. In the case of PulseX, about 140,000 people have invested, and the goal is to grow to 1 million people for a 7x growth in users, which would result in a 49x increase in value, according to Metcalfe's law. So you see where our 50x target comes from? Now, the final euphoria of the project may result in a 90 to 100x increase in value. Investors will be looking at volume, but if enough people are onboarded, they may suspend their disbelief. Now, let's not forget the reasons why we are optimistic when it comes to PulseX. PulseX is the exchange of Pulsechain that enables token swaps or PRC20s on the Pulse network. It operates similarly to Uniswap on Ethereum and allows users to trade currencies from other chains. PulseX provides liquidity providers with an opportunity to earn fees as a reward for swapping one coin for another. By bridging in ERC20s and pairing them with free PRC20s, users can earn fees and back the value of their free PRC20. Moreover, PulseX has another token that incentivizes liquidity providers even further, besides the fees they already earn. LP tokens are emitted with decreasing inflation over time, and Adeo chooses which trading pairs receive this incentive and at what rate. Only addresses with PLSX balances can vote in the DAO. The goal of PulseX is to provide Pulsechain users with the best possible trading experience and yield farm while incentivizing ERC20 holders to bridge in and back the value of their free PRC20. Cryptocurrencies have outperformed other asset classes over the last 10 years due to their removal of counterparty risk and middlemen, privacy, and better uptime compared to banks and credit card networks. By providing liquidity to PulseX, users can earn a yield on their crypto, which is less risky than trading and provides predictable income. Trading on PulseX is also transparent and efficient, with low transaction fees and fast confirmations. PulseX has a lower fee compared to most other exchanges, with a 0.29% fee for users on every swap, which is lower than Uniswap. 76% of trading fees could be distributed to liquidity providers, and 21% could be used to buy and burn PLSX, reducing its supply over time. The initial liquidity for PulseX comes from the AMM ratio fixer bot, which harvests over 99.9% of coins' liquidity from popular markets such as Uniswap and SushiSwap, making PulseX the most liquid exchange on the Pulsechain. This centralized liquidity provides users with the best deals, low slippage, and fewer arbitrage bots. Knowing all this, we believe that PulseX can easily reach its target of 50x and even more on the first day. But what do you say? Do you think PulseX can reach 50x on the first day of launch? As always, share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. And don't forget to do your own research before investing in crypto. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments section below and we will come back with another video. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like and sharing it with your friends. If you're new to our channel and found us through this video, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. Make sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our future content. Till next time, goodbye.